Well, it's finally time. Ever since I started making videos, I have had countless requests on one specific topic: the best fights. Fights are some of the most prominent and exhilarating spectacles that can happen in Big Brother. It's probably why a lot of people started watching the show in the first place. There have been countless fights and arguments throughout the show's tenure, ranging anywhere from a small tiff to a physical confrontation resulting in expulsion. So today I thought it would be a great idea to take a tour through the ages and go over the best fight from every season. Obviously, this is a bit of a tall order, so this is going to be a 3-part video. In the first part, we'll be going over the classic age of Big Brother, ranging from Big Brother 1 through Big Brother 7. The second part, we'll take a look at the middle ages, that being Big Brother 8 through Big Brother 15, and then the final part will cover modern Big Brother, spanning from Big Brother 16 to the present day at Big Brother 25. This is going to be a pretty big project, so if you're feeling generous, consider subscribing to the channel. The support has been incredible this season, and we're inching closer and closer to some big subscriber milestones, so every sub counts. Now, with all of that preamble out of the way, let's get started on the biggest Big Brother task I have ever tackled. Here are the best fights from every season of Big Brother.
Yeah, and because you want to act crazy, and because you want to break things, and you want to throw things.
That's where I play!
Okay, now I see why the people from season 5 hated you.
Now, it was likely going to come up at some point, so let's just get it out of the way and establish some criteria for what I mean by best fight. On one hand, I'm usually looking for the most jaw-dropping, intense argument of the season, because that's what we want in a fight, right? Explosiveness, anger, teeters, the whole 9 yards. However, it does go past that, and I'm gonna have some restrictions. Obviously, fights often arise from disdain and can result in some nasty subjects or low blows. These aren't picnics after all, but I'm gonna refrain from including anything blatantly racist. That's just not going to sit right with me in a video that I am calling the best fights, so I wanted to establish that line right away. With that in mind, I have also decided to not include Big Brother 1. There were definitely some tiffs on the season, and I surely could include something from it, but the only fight that was worth mentioning arose from racial tensions, and it didn't feel fun to include. So hopefully nobody is going to get too mad at me for not having it in here. So let's just jump right into Big Brother 2.
But
You know
what you
what?
don't
Just
understand,
stop talking, okay?
what you
Because
don't
you're irritating
understand,
the
you want to
out of me. You don't
engage
know
in
what
this
you're talking
conversation.
about.
You want to engage in this conversation, and you only worried about your feelings, right?
Up next, we have Big Brother 2, and I was really close to choosing Monica's good morning fight with Bunky and Kent, but that wasn't really a back and forth so much as it was just Monica airing her frustrations. However, it's still very entertaining to watch, so I'm going to include that as the ending clip for those that want to see it. The fight that I did end up choosing was Hardy versus Kent at the final 7. Hardy was the HOH, and he nominated Kent for eviction, and at the weekly deliberation, Kent called out Hardy and basically said, "You need to take out Hardy if you want a chance at winning this game." Hardy didn't like this response for obvious reasons, and within seconds, they both stood up and started screaming at each other, calling the other one a liar and dropping F-bombs left and right. It may not have been the longest fight, but it was definitely the most explosive argument the house had seen yet, which is why I chose it over the other ones.
But everybody in this room, if you want to win this game, there's a man you got to worry about. He's the biggest threat in this game. And I'll tell you what, any of us 4 win head of household, we can make him go home. Now, I understand what Hardy's doing. No problem with his strategy.
Idea what I'm doing, all right, pal?
You don't talk to me unless I want to talk to you.
No, I'll talk to you right now.
Yeah, no, you won't. You lied.
Was it
You're
true?
a liar.
Did you ask me?
You're a liar.
About
Did not.
3.
No, I did not.
You're a liar.
You're lying.
You're lying through your teeth.
You're lying. You're lying about me and you're lying to me. Who's number 2, Hardy? Tell everybody. You promised everybody in the room that they're going to be standing next to you. Now tell them.
I said I'm not necessarily playing to win. I'm playing so that other people can win, and that people like you do not win.
Oh, Hardy, you're not planning to win.
Oh, I wanted to thank
expect
you.
people to believe that?
Big Brother 3 is next, and the premise of this fight is one of the funniest and most iconic. Danielle had caught Jerry walking out of the bathroom without washing his hands, and then some of the other women started discussing how earlier in the week, Jerry had done the same thing and then went on to make a salad for the house. Lori then walked by, and she did not appreciate the discussion they were having, so she started fighting back, saying that everyone in the house did gross things. It didn't take long before Lori started clapping her hands and yelling, and once she called out Danielle, Danielle stood up and fought back. It certainly wasn't the most cutthroat fight, but the factors surrounding it are so ridiculous that I couldn't not put it on the list.
Hey! People who don't wash their nasty hands when they come out the bathroom,
I have a problem with that.
I told you he didn't wash them the other day when he came in and made the salad, the Caesar salad. Because that's gross. I don't want to catch anything.
Last night I entered the living room and there were too many house guests discussing this matter. You guys, we're running our fingers through our hair. We are so glamorous in this house. Oh my God, I feel glamorous. Can I help you with the meat? Right now. Who's the spokesperson? Who started it? It was you, right?
I got ghetto fabulous. I said it. I said it. I sure did. Go ahead and get it right now.
Darn it. How did it get so two-faced?
It's not two-faced. What's black and white? You do it or you don't do it.
Perfect.
It's not something about being two-faced.
Bring it on. Do it.
Jerry, sit down. We have an issue. If you use the bathroom, wash your hands. That's all. Happy?
Very.
Good.
I'm very happy. And now it's done.
Big Brother 4 gave us this house guest named Scott, and even though Scott was only in the house for a week, he made a lasting impact. Faced with his ex-girlfriend Amanda, Scott became a very paranoid player and started lashing out at her and others in the house. Eventually, Scott's behavior scared the other house guests, and they held a house meeting to address everything with him. Although at first it seemed to go well, Scott eventually grew angry once more, and clearly he couldn't keep his cool, and after the meeting, Scott was immediately called to the diary room and removed from the house. It's one of the most unique confrontations in the show's history, and for that, it makes my list.
Enough with the breadcrumbs. Can you put the cheese and macaroni in the damn oven? Ice cubes.
I run to the kitchen, and Scott is throwing chairs around the house. Kitchen table chairs around the house.
They lost it and just went crazy for no reason.
Come in and get me. Can't handle me. Take 3 of you. I'm truly, truly very sorry to each and every one of you.
A lot of us around here kind of feel like this is honestly the worst place for you to be right now. You know, it's just not healthy for anyone
Well, I haven't touched anybody here and put my hands on anybody here.
What if the chair bounced off the wall and hit someone then?
It didn't, though.
But what if?
It did, but it didn't, though.
But there was a chance.
I apologized to you. I told you how I felt from my heart, but I'm not going to stick my head up your ass.
That's
okay? I'm trying to be nice.
Okay.
Scott finally went into the diary room, and we were told that he wasn't coming back.
Big Brother 5 had quite a few tiffs, but no big explosions. So out of all of the choices, I went with the one that had the most people involved, and that was the Diane, Holly, and Jase fight in week 3. Holly was upset because after she lost the veto, Diane didn't go and hug her and instead hugged Nokomis, who won the veto. This sparked a simple comment from Diane where it was finally verbally stated that there were actual sides in the game. Jase took this comment and ran with it, pushing buttons as he always did, and he riled up Holly to go and confront Diane after she walked away. This then led to a ridiculously childish back and forth as the arguments took place in the kitchen, then the backyard, and then back into the kitchen. This is mostly just the result of Jase causing chaos, and even if it wasn't one giant explosion, it was still very fun to watch.
Diane, why didn't you give me a hug after I lost? You didn't even give me a pity hug with the hug.
You know what? No, I care. I just, you guys do back handsprings every time somebody wins on your side.
Oh, our side? Oh, our side. So there's sides? So it's a victory for your side tonight? Is that what just happened?
Shut up. I'm not talking to you guys.
Victory for Diane's side tonight.
So you were lying to me the whole time?
Could be.
Lisa,
Bitch, dude.
Hey, look at her laughing.
Lame.
You gotta go lay into her, Holly. I'll just stand by you.
Yeah, girl!
Get on her, Holly.
Do it!
Dude! Well, I just know now that I shouldn't believe anything that she says.
They attacked me inside.
She will betray you in 1 second, so you better make up your mind what you want to do.
She more or less said who her alliance was.
Yeah.
She just called him out. I'm gonna just tell him all that right now. Diane just came in here and said you all are an alliance. Hey guys, this is the truth. Diane just came into here and said that Will, Nokomis are all an alliance together. And you might want to do the math on this victory of yours.
I ain't scared.
It's on! Diane came in here and said she's an alliance with you and her.
I never said names of anything. You know what I said? I said, you're not dumb and neither are we.
Well, you just busted out your whole alliance, so I hope that works out for you.
Why are you guys making this out to be me?
Well, I wouldn't call people out saying they're my allies
Just because,
if they're actually not.
I mean, what is this about? Because I wouldn't give your girlfriend a pity hug?
This is about you better win HOH next week.
Because you're gone.
Peace out.
Them, right out there pointing out the window.
Whatever.
Big Brother 6 is the season of fights, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit and choose 2 fights. The first one happened in week 2 between Eric and Michael. Eric was the HOH and was targeting Michael, so the tensions were obviously there. Michael had been doing silly but petty things all week to try and add on to the situation, like staring down Eric or burping in Yvette's face, but things escalated once Michael supposedly said something about Eric's family. Kaysar was sitting with Eric and Ivette trying to de-escalate the situation, but it really wasn't helping at all. And eventually, Eric caught Michael staring at them, and all hell broke loose. Eric had to be held back from a taunting Michael, the two were yelling at each other, and it got to the point where production had to step in and separate the two. However, we're not done yet. Once the dust settled and Eric and Michael were removed from the backyard, Kaysar and Ivette picked up their conversation right where it left off. But things got heated again once Ivette said that Kaysar had no respect for women. This caused Kaysar to stand up confrontationally and production had to step in again, and this time they just separated everyone. Overall, this was 2 very high tension situations that were just so entertaining to watch.
I was at the kitchen table having coffee with Maggie, and Michael proceeded to stand about 10 feet away from me and just stare at me. Do you want to talk to me?
Mm-mm. Oh, I was gonna say something terrible about Cappy. Hey, how did your grandparents die? Oh, that's horrible.
I was just saying some really mean things about you.
Rachel came to me and said he was saying something about my family. You start coming after my family? You think that I'm gonna sit down and take that kind of from a little like that?
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna shred him to pieces.
Just relax.
This crossed the line.
Hold on,
okay? No, you listen to me. Nobody comes after my family. Do you understand me?
The only, let me finish.
It has nothing to do with
Wait a
what
second.
did he
Let me
say
finish.
to you.
Let me finish. Do anymore.
What's about to go down, if I were you, I would stay clear.
I'm down.
You got a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem. What you gonna do about it, midget? You got a small penis.
Family.
Don't talk about your family. Come on, what you gonna do about it? You don't pose a threat to me, you midget.
You're going home. Everyone calm down.
All right.
Go ahead, talk about my family behind my back again, bitch.
You want to finish hearing what I have to say, or no?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Yvette.
Okay, you did say that, right?
Story.
You know what the problem is? That you have no respect for women. You have no respect for women. And they
Sit
don't
down.
Sit down.
Sit down. Everyone. I need everyone to go to a different place in the yard.
The second Big Brother 6 fight comes many weeks later. Janelle was on the block, but she knew she wasn't the target, and this was way past the point of trying to play nice, so Janelle made sure to let each member of the Friendship Alliance know exactly how she felt about them. She called Maggie a bitch, she told Jennifer she looked like a clown, but all the while, she was downing drinks. Eventually, this led to her taunting Beau about his taste in men, and before long, their playful jabs turned into full-on screaming. It's definitely in the top 5 most iconic fights of all time, and this is what I'll always point to as evidence as to why Big Brother should provide the house guests with alcohol more often.
Rachel, you're so beautiful.
Thanks, Janie. So are you.
Maggie, you're such a bitch.
There's no need to be nice to them anymore.
Jennifer,
You look like a clown. You're drunk.
excuse me? You gold-digging bitch. You're a whore. You dead older man. Bitch.
Go act yourself. Go act like yourself, bitch.
You
Fire the hell, bitch! I hate you!
Beau, go upstairs a second with me.
Busto!
The buxom blonde and the busted blonde, they're both up. You can't compete the super smokes, can you? You'd be like kind of antsy?
Without your fingers?
No game of God!
Do you think that you can low blow me and I'm gonna
Yes,
cry?
absolutely.
And I'm gonna break
Yes,
down?
100%.
No.
Yes,
no,
you will.
No.
Rounding out the classic age of Big Brother, we have Big Brother 7. If you didn't get enough of Jase earlier, then I've got just the thing for you. It was week 3, and Jase was extremely pissed off because he saw the writing on the wall and realized that he was about to be backdoored by James. So Jase started berating James, and pretty much he was just calling him a bitch, but during Jase's rant, he made a small comment about Marcellas, and this set Marcellas off. He let Jase have it, telling him straight to his face exactly what he thought of him, but as Jase does, he was living for the chaos, and he took the opportunity to expose Marcellas' game in front of the entire house. It was a last-ditch effort to switch the target from himself over to Marcellas, but Marcellas wasn't just gonna sit there and take it, and it resulted in one of the best fights from Big Brother's early ages.
We just can't trust you because you're associated with them. You want to send me home? We want to send Boogie home, but everyone wanted to keep Boogie. So we have to send you home.
I love getting backdoored. James, you of all people I didn't think would take the bitch route.
That right there left a lasting impression.
Fine, but I just hate going home like this, especially after you and I had that integrity talk with your...
This is not a backdooring.
It's backdooring. You nominate me, put me on the block, give me a chance at veto. Why do you think I bowed out when I couldn't compete?
Well, let me talk, just continue.
I've never said, because that's the biggest way you get yourself in a trap. Danielle knows not to say, Marcellas, not so good.
Don't even
Whoa!
Jase,
you don't leave the HOH room and then you come down there and tell me, are you kidding me?
Everyone, I have never.
Don't come from kissing their ass and then come tell me in the hammock, Jase, we gotta take them out next week.
I did not tell you that, and you're sitting there lying, and now you want to pretend like you got integrity? You are lying, and I'm telling you that to your face.
I'll bet anything on it.
Because you want to break things and you want to throw things.
That's where I play.
Okay.
I call you out when you're talking about their alliance
with the
to me. I call that out.
Everyone talks about everyone.
Silence? I'm telling you, James, we got the votes to vote Marcellas out, and you know it.
Now I see why the people from season 5 hated you.
And there we go. Fights in Big Brother are just awesome. And luckily for us, we have a whole lot more fights to cover. Next time, we'll be taking a look at the middle ages of Big Brother, specifically seasons 8 through 15, and let me just say that that era has the best fights in all of Big Brother, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I, of course, need to give that extra special shout out to all of my YouTube members and patrons who would easily win any fight they'd get into in the Big Brother house. And, as always, here's a clip for you on your way out.
I don't want to wake up to this early in the morning. I want to go to bed and go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I want to hear something good. I don't want to hear no bull early in the morning.
Boogie's not done anything to you guys. Don't take it out.
What you talking about?
He doesn't deserve it.
Bucky ain't getting, nobody's done nothing to Bunky. Bucky, you got something to say?
He hasn't said a thing.
But why are you taking up for him?
I've seen it.
Why? You ain't see and I say good morning to you?
Yeah, I didn't say anything.
Well, you should
to
say
him.
something. Act like grown ass people and stop act like motherfucking kids. But I will bust one of y'all asses if you with me like this again. And I'm not playing. Yes.
Hey, Diane.
What?
Can I talk to you?
No, not right now. I don't want an apology either.
I was going to say to kiss my ass.
Oh, well, wonderful.